Okay, so let's dive right in. You are probably not going to believe this latest celebrity pairing, Elizabeth Hurley and Billy Ray Cyrus. Apparently, it's a thing now.
It really took me by surprise, I have to say.
Me too. And the confirmation, well, it came in like classic 2025 style, right? An Easter Instagram post that basically just screamed romance.
Yeah, no subtlety there.
Yeah.
It's quite a jump from nothing public to a very clear display of affection.
Exactly. And this wasn't, some blurry paparazzi shot from afar. No. We're talking April 20th, Easter Sunday, an Instagram post from Hurley showing them full-on kissing.
Right by wooden fence, wasn't it? Looked like a farm setting.
Totally a farm setting. And the kicker, Hurley was wearing bunny ears.
The bunny ears.
Yeah.
It has this playful, almost whimsical layer to what's actually a pretty significant relationship announcement.
Right. And the caption was super simple, just Happy Easter and a red heart emoji. But then she set the whole thing to Elton John's I'm Still Standing. What do you make of that song choice?
Well, that's fascinating, isn't it? Because, on one level, okay, it's a classic uplifting song about resilience. Pretty straightforward.
Sure.
But, considering both of their recent histories, particularly their divorces, you have to wonder if there's a bit more to it.
Like a personal declaration?
Exactly. Maybe a sort of joint statement like, we've been through stuff, but here we are, moving on, still standing together. It adds a whole other layer of meaning, I think.
That's a really sharp point. It definitely makes you rethink it. And it makes you look back, because there was maybe a little hint before this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember back on April 9th, Hurley posted that video from the Maldives.
The bikini one, yeah, gorgeous shot.
Right. In the ocean, looking amazing. Well, she set that video to Billy Ray's own song, his 1992 hit, She's Not Crying Anymore.
Okay, now that is interesting. Setting a thirst trap, basically, to his old song.
Kind of. And guess who apparently liked that post pretty quickly?
Let me guess. Billy Ray.
Billy Ray himself.
Yeah. Okay, so that earlier interaction, the like on that specific post with that specific song, it definitely starts to look like, digital breadcrumbs, hints of something developing behind the scenes.
Totally. It makes you think about how much of these relationships might play out in DMs and likes before we ever see a photo.
Absolutely. These little online signals.
But maybe the biggest signal, at least that things were serious from Hurley's side, came from her son, Damian.
Ah, Damian's reaction.
Yeah.
Right. What did he do?
Well, on that Maldives video, the one with Billy Ray's song, he didn't just like it. He dropped 5 red heart emojis in the comments.
Yep, hearts, okay.
And then for the big Easter kiss reveal post, he commented with a parter popper emoji and another heart. Rocks. Seems pretty enthusiastic, wouldn't you say?
That's actually quite significant, I think. Especially when you remember how close they are. She's called him her no one publicly.
Exactly. Her rock.
So his very public, very enthusiastic support.
Yeah,
that speaks volumes. It suggests he's genuinely happy about this, or he's giving his clear approval.
And it goes a bit deeper than just emojis, apparently. Word is that Damian and Billy Ray now follow each other on Instagram.
Oh, they follow each other. Okay, see, that feels like more than just, oh, my mom's dating someone new. That suggests some level of actual connection or, acceptance already happening.
Right. It hints at maybe a developing dynamic there.
Yeah, or at least the potential for one.
Yeah.
It's definitely moved beyond just a casual thing if the son is following him.
Okay, let's go back to that Easter picture for a sec. Hurley's outfit. It wasn't just the bunny ears.
What was she wearing?
Cowboy hat, braids, jeans, sunglasses, and this blue plaid flannel shirt, but worn, like open in a deep V-neck. It really screamed, I'm on a farm.
Okay, the whole ensemble.
Yeah.
And didn't E! News mention that Billy Ray owns a farm in Tennessee, I think?
That's the connection. Yes, exactly. He owns a farm in Tennessee. So suddenly the picture, the fence, the outfit, it all kind of clicks into place, doesn't it?
It really does. It paints a much clearer picture of them actually spending time together in his world, so to speak, in that rural setting.
So how did we even get here? How did Elizabeth Hurley, British actress and model, end up kissing Billy Ray Cyrus, country music star, on a farm in Tennessee?
Well, there is a prior connection. They weren't total strangers.
Right, the movie. I almost forgot. They starred together in that comedy, Christmas in Paradise, back in 2022.
Ah, okay. So the seeds might have been sown on a film set. That happens quite a lot, actually.
Okay.
People working closely together, shared experience.
Yeah, that makes sense. A professional start. Now, obviously, both of them have, pretty public relationship histories.
Very public.
Hurley, famously dated Hugh Grant for years, had her friend Damian with Steve Bing, was married to Arun Nayar, and was engaged to the late Shane Warne.
A lot of high-profile relationships. And Billy Ray, of course, had that incredibly long marriage, nearly 30 years, to Tish Cyrus.
Right, which ended in 2022.
And then more recently, he had that marriage to the singer Fire Rose, which seemed to end quite acrimoniously. That divorce was finalized just about 8 months before this Easter picture surfaced.
Which does make you think about the timing, doesn't it? I mean, 8 months isn't that long after what sounded like a pretty tough split for him.
No, it's not. It definitely raises questions. Is it a rebound? Is it, just finding someone unexpectedly quickly? Maybe a shared feeling of wanting a fresh start?
Or maybe the connection from the movie was just, reignited later.
Could be. And the fact they went public so decisively,
Yeah.
maybe they wanted to control the narrative this time around, get
Right.
ahead of any speculation.
That's possible. And there was actually one other little hint, maybe, from Hurley herself just last month. She gave an interview, I think it was to Us Weekly.
Oh, yeah. What did she say?
She mentioned finding a lot of happiness in nature lately and really enjoying getting away from the city buzz.
Huh. Okay. That fits perfectly with the whole Tennessee farm picture, doesn't it?
Right. It lines up almost too well with Billy Ray's lifestyle. It sounds like maybe she was already leaning towards that kind of vibe.
It reads like foreshadowing now, almost.
Right.
Like she was perhaps looking for a change of pace, a different environment, and maybe that drew her towards Cyrus and his, established connection to that rural life.
So, putting it all together, Elizabeth Hurley, Billy Ray Cyrus, it seems they've gone public. That Easter kiss on Instagram feels pretty definitive.
Yeah, it definitely caught a lot of people, myself included, off guard, just given their sort of different worlds and, as we said, the timing after his last divorce.
And the way they did it, so public, so direct, on their own social media, it really shows how celebrities are just taking charge of telling their own stories now.
Absolutely. Managing their own PR,
Yeah.
in a way. Sharing what they want, when they want.
And you really can't overlook Damian's role in this. His very visible, very positive reaction to those emojis, they send a pretty strong signal.
Yeah, his public blessing. Essentially, he gives a little window into the family dynamic and suggests, a smooth integration, or at least the start of one.
So they went from co-stars in a Christmas movie a couple of years ago to, sharing a seemingly romantic Easter on a farm, complete with bunny ears and a carefully chosen soundtrack.
It's a pretty unexpected path, for sure.
It really is. It just makes you think, doesn't it, about how these connections happen, often in ways we'd never predict, and how social media gives us these little glimpses, these surprising reveals. Makes you wonder what other unexpected couples might be quietly forming right now, just waiting for their moment to post.